In this life, we all tend to overload on automation. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, what's up, everybody out there? This is Ed Joy coming to you loud from Maui. Ed Joy and Quinn, that is. Hi, Quinn. How you doing? Everything good, man?
Doing good.
Hey, we missed you guys out there. How's everybody out there on the beautiful island of Maui doing? What, yesterday, today? Beautiful days, huh? Spring is here. A little bit raining, but on certain times. But other than that, it's been pretty sunny. It's been pretty good. What? How's it down at the beach, Quinn?
Yeah, it's super hot. Summer's here. For sure, that summer sun is here.
Yeah, but it's nice and cool at night. For the most part.
Country.
Where you
Here is
working?
so hot. Here. Yeah, I
What you-
might lay outside.
Oh yeah, what you doing?
Like on tours, just
Oh, nice.
taking out the tourists.
Hey, everybody out there. This is Loud from Maui, episode 35. And you know what? We have a special guest tonight. A good friend of ours. He's a fighter from Maui. And, well, he's here to talk stories and hang out. PJ Miranda is in the house. Yee!
What's up, everybody? What's up, Ed?
What's up, bro? Yeah, long time no see, long time no talk story. So I'm glad you came by the studio, the
Right on,
great
right on.
studio.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hey, when we go video, the plan is for you and your wonderful girlfriend Sumiko, also known as the Lady Samurai, to be on that first interview, Quinn?
Yeah.
So we're planning on that real soon, going video. So
Looking
that,
forward to it.
yep. But for now, we're just audio, hanging out, talking story, having some coffee. I quit beer, so I'm just sitting here sipping on my tea.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, shit, man. 2 weeks already, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And what, Quinn? How you doing with the cigarettes, bro?
Doing okay.
Be honest. Have you been posting it?
No, I haven't been doing nothing.
You haven't been posting it. People want to know, man. People want to see you, succeed, struggle, and then succeed.
Yeah.
Right?
Just-
No, I've been hiding over here.
Just hide, just
Just
isolate
sashing.
yourself, bro. That's what I say.
You know what I mean?
That's the only way to do it. You gotta stay out of the elements, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. No, that's true. But he already announced it to everybody on the podcast, and so I believe a lot of people are wondering, hey, I wonder how Quinn is doing with the cigarettes there, because he was struggling,
I'm
right?
just hiding. Oh yeah, man. I've been
Like he went into Mission Impossible mode. Yeah?
sneaking around.
Sneak.
Gotta watch him.
Yeah.
Bro, I quit smoking multiple times. I used to smoke in the army. Smoke, yeah, like a pack a day when I was deployed.
How much was cigarettes when you smoked cigarettes?
Overseas you get them like cheap.
Oh wow. The VA.
I want to say they were like, I seen them go up. I remember them being like $7 back in the day, and
$7 a
now
pack.
they're what, like 10, $11
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's about $88 for a carton.
Yeah, I can't afford them anymore.
Oh my god! You know, when I
had
was
to give 'em
smoking
up.
cigarettes, when I started it was $1.25 a pack, and then it went up to $1.75. And I said, I remember announcing to all my friends, like, you know what? Once this go $2 a pack, I'm quitting. That's crazy. And it went up to $2.15, and I quit. I mean, that wasn't the main motivation, of course.
Yeah,
my
but-
son, but that I remember telling that to all my friends, and they're like, "Nah, you'll never quit, bro. You never quit." And I ended up quitting, and here we are, almost 20 years later, and it's almost freaking $10 a pack. I can't believe it.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
Wow, $1? $1 what?
It was $1 quarter.
What did you guys smoke?
That's crazy. Oh, meat? I
Yeah.
smoke
Yeah, well-
spirits.
Yeah, gotta be American spirits. At least
Yeah.
no chemicals, huh?
Oh yeah,
What
so
would
you're
you smoke?
Camel filters.
Camel.
I started off with Winston.
Seems like everybody likes cool
Yeah,
out
Winston.
here.
Man.
Yeah.
Everybody like be cool.
Yeah, cool or Marlboro menthol.
The menthol.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
really. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, or cool milds, yeah.
Menthol.
Everybody kumiles.
Kaua'i.
All the guys I knew was all kumiles. I was
Yeah.
the only camel guy. Well, me and my close friends that smoked, they were all camels. But a couple of Camel Lights. The girls that hung out with us, they all smoked Camel Lights. I smoked the straight filters, man.
I don't know that I've ever discussed cigarettes, tobacco smoking with anybody ever before.
Yeah.
The history. I mean, I just I didn't expect to to get into that.
You
Just
don't smoke
now.
anymore, though?
No,
At
I
all?
don't smoke.
Nothing?
And I smoked in between
that's
there
good.
because like if I'm drinking, I'll end up
Smoking a cigarette?
smoking. Yeah, well, I always prefer buds, but yeah, I would if I don't have. I'll probably smoke a cigarette. It's something like I would say.
Then that's
I
good.
could be
Then
a
it's
casual.
not like an addiction.
Yeah, I could do a casual smoke, just to be down with somebody to do it if we're
Yeah.
drinking beers or something. I don't know.
So what sparked you to quit? Was it your health, or was it like the MMA thing that you were getting into?
Yeah, just fitness, totally.
But you're in the military, so that's kind of funny how military probably sparked the smoking, but it also sparks your fitness side.
Yeah,
So it's almost a catch-22 in there. Huh?
yeah, I did. Well, oddly enough, when I was smoking, I was probably the fastest I ever was. I was running like under 13-minute, 2 miles in the army, and was like, all into that push-up, sit-up, 2 mile sprint. And I would train like for ruck marches, like put bricks in a backpack and go hike up Giggle Hill and do stuff like that. But I was fast, smoking like a pack a day. Then I am probably not. I mean, I don't even remember the last time I ran 2 miles, but I was probably even faster then. Just by the power of youth, I'd say.
Yeah.
I was able to smoke and drink and just. I was
Keep up your
handle,
athleticism.
Could
Yeah.
eat whatever, and then I just felt and seen myself like it slowly slip away from me, that ability, my power of youth to just
Party.
fuel off of anything and
Yeah.
still train doubles and perform or whatever.
Well, I remember I used to party till
to the break
of dawn. Sleep for about 2 hours. Sometimes drive to work and sleep in the parking lot for about 2-3 hours, and then wake up, go to work, 8 hours, and like think, oh, I'm not gonna make it, and then make it, and then end up going out, and then thinking to myself, as soon as I go home, I take a shower, go to sleep. Do I ever do that? No. As soon as I go home, take a shower, phone starts ringing. Hey, Ed, what you doing, man? I don't know, man. What you want to do? And that's it. It's on. 3 o'clock in the morning. The next day, going back to bed. Yeah. My dad used to say I was burning the candles at both ends, but it's a typical thing to do, I think, from age 19 to 24, maybe.
You almost have too much energy to not.
Well, and that
You
taste
know
of
what I mean.
freedom, You've been
Oh.
You've been on lockdown under your, whether it be your parents,
Oh, all right.
school,
Yeah, I guess so.
whatever. As soon as you hit that 18, 19-year-old age,
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I know that first 2 years after I graduated, it was just party bliss. Frying on acid up at P. Holo,
I just remember
throwing a frisbee with blinking lights on it at each other, eating mushrooms and stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I haven't smoked, and I barely drink. I used to quite a bit before, but martial arts kind of it replaced all of that.
Yeah.
Smoking, partying. I was work construction out of high school too. I was framing for Pentos and Pacific, and then I went into the army as an electrician. So it was kind of like I was in the army, but I was an engineer, a vertical engineer. So I was mostly like swinging hammer, and it just kind of comes with the trade too, I think. Smoking and
Drinking beer after.
yeah, drinking beer.
Yeah. After work.
Totally.
That's how. Yeah. Even
And,
construction, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just guys drinking afterwards.
Totally. But yeah, since then now I'm working for a Skyline at Eco Adventures. So I'm doing the same thing as you, Quinn. I suppose I'm doing
Taking all these guys out.
yeah.
How is it busy right now over there?
It is picking up. It is picking up, but like all of Hawaii, it's really seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
The tourism, right? The winter snowbirds, and then the summer, the busy season, and then spring and fall it kind of falls off a bit.
What is that? The zip line you said?
Yeah, so like I work for Skyline Eco Adventures. There's 4 zip line courses in Hawaii, and then we do Haleakala Sunrise tours. We're like one of 4 companies that run the tours from up there, and we do Hana tours, and then they're launching a cultural program where they're gonna do like cultural tours with we have a culture advisor over there, Kamalu Elaban, and he does a pretty cool like 3-day intensive, takes you to different local historical sites, and teaches people, tourists about, Hawaii. Yeah, aloha aina, how to not, trash it.
Yeah, I just heard somebody talking about zip lining and stuff. Oh, shucks. Who was it? I forget, but it was a girl. Anyway, she's talking about how, like, they cannot put their hands up in the air, like that kind of stuff. Like, there's certain rules they cannot do. Yeah? Is that?
Yeah, there's just
Because they can get their arm lopped off. Or
yeah, it's just 2
something.
rules with us. It doesn't get lopped off, but it pinches you good,
Yeah.
But it's just a cable because you have a little trolley,
Mhm.
and you just have these tethers that are D-ringed or carabiner clipped on. So just 2 carabiner clips onto a little handheld trolley, and like the size of a slice of pizza, and you just
Like a
zip
wheel
across, with wheels on it,
Mhm.
and you zip back and forth across a
Of
valley
course.
up there.
How
Yeah.
long is it?
And it starts at like 50 meters, and then it increases by 50, or 50 feet increases by 50 feet each one, until the last one it triples. And 5 lines total.
So sick.
And they're all
That's a
connected, yeah?
sick one.
So
Yeah, you're just
one
going-
goes onto this one port. And
You're
then to
going
the
back and
next.
forth across the valley.
Yeah. Wow.
It's pretty cool. I dig the company. They're really they're part of 1% for the planet, so a portion of the proceeds goes to like local environmental initiatives and nonprofits. And there's like a Hawaiian bird sanctuary they donate to up in Olinda.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and they're like the #1 donator to Hawaiian Land Trust.
Oh,
So,
wow.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in the Army. I did 8 years in the Army. Out of high school, made sergeant, deployed to Afghanistan, and then I did my tour, and now I'm going to school, and I work up at Skyline part-time on the weekends, and I'm fighting for you guys.
Yep. Yep. You went to Vegas. You did all kinds of stuff, and I know I talk about it on the older episodes on the podcast, and I always
have to
talk
take a
about you
listen.
guys. Yeah, I always talk about you and Sumiko coming on, and originally I wanted you to come on with video. I wanted everyone to see who you guys are and stuff, but then you called me up the other day, and then we had to do a podcast anyway. So I'm like, oh, but let's just have him come over and let's just do the regular audio. But yeah, our plan is to go video real soon,
Cool, yeah. I'm looking
and
forward to it.
you're really motivating us to do it.
I know. We gotta step it up.
Yeah, we gotta step it up and join the YouTubing cruise. Yeah,
Yeah,
getting us stuff on YouTube with video.
We just need that mixer, and then we're set pretty much. So.
Yeah, and then get the mic, and
Just want more mic.
I guess we'll set up like maybe at the
This is
the dojo.
really classic. Well, what? So what did you say? 2 years you were out there?
Where?
Afghanistan.
Oh, just 1 year.
1 year out there. And
Yeah.
one was like basic training.
I
how
went to
long?
basic training, and I was here on Maui for a while, and then for a few years, and then you do like a pre-mob training where they run you through all these like attack scenarios, like you're in a convoy of Humvees, and they shoot blanks at you and have
Were you ever in a situation like
going
that?
on. I've been in like gunfights and stuff in country, but they have a pre-mob that's a few months, then you deploy for a year, and then you come home and demob, which is they try to just evaluate you and your stuff
Psyche.
at Schofield. Yeah,
You know,
for a
they
little
have
while,
that
doing some training.
PTSD or post-traumatic.
Oh, absolutely.
Was that syndrome?
Post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Stress. Yeah, and then
PTSD.
do you find yourself suffering from that kind of stuff from time to time?
I would say, yeah, totally.
So minor.
I don't think that I think that, because it all comes down to like stress, like,
How can
and
you
people
maintain
have different thresholds. I came up kind of hood, so I have a high, like, I can handle some blood and stuff, but it does affect my sleep. Like, I don't have I won't have like gory, vivid, you know, nightmares or anything like that, but I just have a feeling of anxiety, like, in my chest. It's like a nervousness that'll like wake me like completely out of sleep.
Oh, the anxiety. Yeah.
So like Samiko will come in the door, and then like she's just coming into the bedroom, you know, because she works nights, and I'll jump up like I'm, you know, about to like swing on her. And it frightens her at night.
Poor thing. Wow,
Things like
that's
that, you know.
Jeez.
But even Samiko, as a fighter, I noticed that she, like, as we sleep, like, she'll throw jabs in her sleep and flinch real hard, and makes me feel bad, you know. Some nights I'm like, gotta tell her it's okay, you know. So yeah,
because you're conditioning your mind to
so
react that way. So when you're sleeping, you're involuntarily.
Well, you're just like, you're
muscles
flinching
are just-
from getting punched, you know.
Yeah,
And
so
your
just
subconscious mind is like replaying,
Wow.
you know, whatever, you know, whatever it was, the day, the spar, an old fight, you know what I mean? It's just like, but I think
muscle memory.
I could say I have, you know, like traumatic stress from even just fighting, aside from my deployment, you know. So, but yeah, just stress, you know. Everybody I think has it, but as far as deployment, we seen some. We had one pretty big attack where we seen some guys that were like in half and stuff like that.
Oh,
but,
wow.
And then one of our soldiers committed suicide when we came back. And everybody had kind of like
that's from
marital
stress,
problems.
Yeah.
Everybody had marital problems when we came back, but like about half of the guys divorced or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just was a stressful long year, and no regrets from the military. I learned like a lot of, you know, valuable life lessons, like leadership and courage, and how to motivate. So no regrets, but I'm just done. I did my tour, and yeah, you know, I'm Paul.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that. Like, I just don't wanna. I didn't know what taking a life what kind of repercussions that would have on my next life, or even my conscience in this one, you know.
Yep.
So I'm just done with that. I'm done fighting.
Yeah, guns are crazy. Like,
martial arts is a bit different. There's like a, you know, a code of like honor, respect, and discipline. It's more sport, you know, but no more gunfighting for me. If I can avoid it.
Yeah, the closest I ever got to that was paintball. You know,
I played some paintball. I loved paintball.
Dude, we got to get into it, man.
Oh, bro.
Let's do it.
You know, they have a badass course
see, that's
on the
what
west
I was
side.
saying. Like,
Well, my
you never
brother's
felt
house.
nothing like that.
Kaniela's house?
You get like anxiety from that.
Heck yeah,
Hell
because those
no.
suckers hurt.
No way.
Yeah,
Hell
it is.
no.
Well,
No, I mean, you get nerves from getting shot. Like,
Yeah.
if you run up, like, if you're trying to sneak up on somebody,
yeah.
then you end up getting real close to them, you know?
Yeah.
And you're, like, trying to peek a corner or whatever, you know, they're right there, like, could shoot you too. You're gonna get nervous, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the
It
excitement.
is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's not real bullet.
no,
Nothing like-
no,
yeah, no
that's
way.
more my sleep. My PTSD has affected my sleep. I get shitty sleep sometimes. Sometimes I'm up, you know, overthinking, or sometimes I'm up.
Me too, man. Like I said, sometimes I stay
you know,
up all night.
overstressing, like, you know,
That's crazy.
it's just, but an anxiety kind of a feeling. I would describe it as.
And that was what, SEALs or like
Nah,
just Army.
just Army. I deployed with Charlie 299, old infantry guys, and then the unit converted to 230 engineers. But all my guys I deployed with went to Iraq, and half of them went to, you know, their leadership went to Vietnam together, and so it was an infantry, you know, platoon. Actually, what we had to do was, when we were in Afghanistan, so as engineers we have to build these forward operating operating bases, FOBs, or the COPs, combat outposts, which are even smaller. You have to build it up from the ground up. So what you do is you jingle truck or you semi out lumber and all the shit, you know, sandbag, you know, things like that, and then you build the base up from nothing. So that's defensive positions, towers, HESCO barriers. You have to build a, you know, some kind of ECP, and then build them living, like an entrance point, and then living quarters, and then you just build up the whole thing, right? So the airborne drop infantry guys down into the zone, and they tell them basically
Clear it.
hold it down until we come and get you, and they leave them out there, right? Then they air pallet drop like water and MRE meals, like cases of water
to keep them going.
And that's like kind of all the contact.
MRA, that's like dehydrated foods.
It's something like
in the big plastic.
It's 3,000 calories in one, so you can get so you can survive off of one a day. But you'll end up with a bunch of them, kind of thing.
Yeah,
but yeah.
How is it good?
They'll give you more than one in a day. But
I heard they have ice cream and stuff.
There's a few. You know what flavors are good. You know they have different, like, you know, different meals that everyone trades and whatever. You know. But they feed them, and then so we have to come out there, and then we have to build the base up, and they pull security on the engineers. So we're swinging hammers like construction, a regular construction day, right? Sunrise till sundown, and they're just kicking
sitting
back,
in the
pulling
shade
security on
with their
us
gun
until we take fire on the roof, right? Sniper fire from the, you know, surrounding village windows, whatever it is. So we get shot at, right? Then we have to jump down off the roof or whatever it is, don our gear. We usually have a weapon stack. We have to go, you know, try to find our weapon, and then we gotta return fire. So
yeah, you guys cannot shoot until them, right?
Well, like, everyone has weapons out there. Like, they have weapons because their neighbors have weapons. So everyone has a rifle, and you don't know who is who. You can't tell anyone apart. So you get shot at first every time. You know,
and you gotta look for where. So
you're gonna lose one or two, you know, just IDing them every time.
Wow.
Kind of thing. And so we return fire with the infantry, and then as soon as it's done, we go back on the roof and start pounding.
Swinging hammer.
Again. This is 120 degrees now, and it's, you know, summertime, Afghanistan, where your boots are smoking. You know, so we're doing like forced hydration lines. You know, we gotta stand in line and finish water because guys are passing out from you know, heat casualty. Jeez. But so I felt like because we got attacked. The gnarliest attacks are the IEDs, they're like roadside bombs when you're driving out to these places. So we got attacked on the way out there. Then we got to build and get shot at and fight back, you know, until the base is built up. Then we go to another place and go build up another. So we were in like constant hot zones, and we were riflemen and builders. So to me, it was like we played twice the, you know, the role. But I you know, all the respects to the infantry, because they do like quick reaction force and convoys where they go out in the village, you know, and they're kind of like actively, you know, patrolling, which is pretty nuts, you know.
Yeah, walking around just in the
city, like in the cities, like yeah, you don't know.
Because you know what, though, you kick open and then boom.
You can't trust. Yeah, you don't know. You can't trust anything.
Oh.
So I had an action year, you know. I got to shoot, you know, my rifle a couple times, and you don't, you know, a confirmed kill is like more like urban ops, like close quarters. So many men entered the building, so many shots were fired, and every one of them is accounted for, and then there's the body, you know, to claim your kill. So I was shooting it more like, you know, 300 meters away, which is what we qualify on, you know, and I'm a pretty good shot. So
300 meters is 3 feet at a meter, right? So that's what, 900 feet?
Yeah.
Wow.
3 football fields.
But they're fully auto though. And a lot of people think that that's a short distance, but no, when they're bullets are flying, feet, man. If you can make out their body and aim center mass at them, you know what I mean? It seems far, but that shit's close, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everything's too close when you're getting shot at.
We've had closer encounters, like, you know, 100 meters, but, you know, generally a few 100 meters off in between there. And I'm like on burst or semi-auto, just like dumping magazines. So, yeah. We got some good action.
So about 300 meters.
Yeah, probably the worst thing about the deployment though was sleeping. Like because you just don't know. Like, you just
Yeah.
can't trust, they would send in, what they would do is they have like a bucket full of water, for example, with it's like an explosive device that throughout the day the sun like melts the water, and then you get the when the water's all dried out, then you get the I forget what you call them, the components of the bomb, but they activate, and then it lobs a mortar round into the base, and then they'll send a reaction team out there, and no one's out there in the hills because it was like a some kind of type of time detonator, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they'll do that, or they're driving by, and shooting in like RPGs, like rockets or whatever into the fob, and then they're gone. It's like drive by rocket propelled grenades.
Wow.
So like sometimes we'll be sleeping, it's like you fully hear them coming in, like whistling, boosh, and then you just seeing the sparks and everything, and then the small
For real kind.
yeah.
Wow.
And then the small arms fire is like, it just, when it's coming by you, like by your person, it just sounds like bees. Like, it's surreal. It's like zoom, zoom. It's like, what is that? It's like, that's real.
That's
real.
real.
Your ass,
Shit.
Yeah, but I remember my first attack. There's this dude from Hana named Casey Cook, bro. He's like one of the cool dude in my squad. I hear the bomb, boom, and I was listening, and I remember that whole room going quiet, the billet, and he's like, "Get your shit on, that's the real thing, boys." And I heard him across
the
silence.
silence.
He's actually, because it was the first attack, I didn't know how to react or what that was. But yeah.
Wow, that's
but he did,
scary
he had gone to
shit.
Iraq already.
Oh, so he been through that already.
He had, yeah. So it's just funny. So I'm glad I deployed with some good guys.
Wow.
That's cool.
Man, just hearing that whizzing past your ears. I mean,
Totally.
It's like, oh,
you're being fired upon.
Dreaming or what?
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I think there's some traumatic stress involved with fighting too. No matter what, it's stressful fighting. I don't care what anybody says. It's fun. Martial arts is fun, but it is also stressful. Thankfully, I've never been like, I got TKO'd the fight before last in Vegas, but I've never been knocked out, because I've seen that change like fighters completely. Like,
yeah.
I've seen like confident dudes go to like, second
Glass
guess
jaw.
themselves, like, you know
Glass
what I
jaw,
mean? They just
yeah.
believed in themselves so much, and then, something like that can just like
Wake 'em up.
make you just feel like you don't know who you are. Like, it can defeat your confidence, like, you know what I mean? Make you second guess yourself.
Yeah.
So,
And in MMA,
it can ruin you,
Yeah,
one serious knockout.
you can't have that.
So yeah, the fight before last was the worst lickings I ever got. I've been submitted before, and it's never really affected me, and never affected my psyche at all. It just was like, hey, I respect the accept it and just tap,
Mm-hmm.
and but yeah, I could see fighting becoming like a dark thing,
Yeah.
for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't yet for me, but I know that just even growing up in Hawaii, getting lickings and scrapping growing up
Yeah.
can be
Yeah.
like
Sometimes
traumatic experience.
making your best friend, you have to scrap them, and then shake hands after.
That's how
Next thing you know,
most
that's
local
your
boys meet
best
their best
friend.
friends. Yeah,
Yep,
scrap them one
scrap
time,
'em.
and then you're like, oh, they get action.
Yeah.
And you
you
give them
get
respect,
Yeah, you get that respect, and there's a line that that, okay, if I cross this, we're in for a fight. So I'd rather be his friend. Hey, man, I was in Waianae, my brother and I, man, we used to see some scraps on the street. Some of the meanest fights I've seen in real life
Yeah, really.
was over
better
there.
than TV.
Better than
the
TV,
UFC,
man.
Right?
Yeah, walking and all of a sudden, and we're walking by one of the boys that was in my class, his older brother, and then from across the street you hear this guy, what? What, you fucker? Huh? What? No, yeah, we go. So they started going, and me and my brother stopped. We're like, oh, watch this, and man, just whoa, like moving and bam, 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 like not just. I'm not talking about headlocks with punches swinging wild.
Banging.
These guys know how to bang.
Guaranteed.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we took a tactic from the Hawai'i strikers. What they do is they train their orthodox fighters. They train everybody southpaw because you get like 90% of the people are going to be orthodox.
Mhm.
So 10% of the time they're going to be southpaw.
Mhm.
So 90% of your sparring rounds you're going to be facing a orthodox person, and 10% you're going to be facing a southpaw. So those southpaws are sparring 90% orthodox guys. So they have a 90% experience advantage on those angles, whereas the 90% of orthodox fighters are only sparring 10% southpaw. So they don't know those angles. The punches, the straight left is coming from a jab angle, and just messes you up. So
yeah, and that body shot is cleaner, I think.
Yeah,
when you
see, that makes sense.
When you can step outside
that's the
that
one,
jab.
the Hawai'i left hook.
Yeah, they
makes sense, and then you always put it in southpaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
Oh,
jab.
look, you just announced all the secrets.
Jab.
It's all good. No matter what, even if people were to know your secrets, it's like they still have to
perfect that movement.
Yeah, they still have to like.
Yeah.
They
You know
gotta-
what I mean?
yeah,
Me
yeah.
and
It's all in the
Smiko,
moment.
our righties have been fighting, and I stayed in my southpaw stance my last like 5-6 fights. So I've been like boxing lefty for 3 or 4 years now. Me and Smiko both.
Yeah.
And we're both pretty ambidextrous now.
Yeah.
Because of it. So I think it's intelligent for just like your brain to figure out the coordination, but most of all you get a sparring and experience advantage from being a lefty. And once you can switch, it just ends up a
Look
lot
at
faster.
Max.
Oh yeah, totally.
Look at Max and what he did to Ortega.
Yeah.
And he was flipping that jab on him. He would go from right hand, and then he'd throw a power left, and all of a sudden his left hand's his jab.
Looked like he was hitting him at will.
Hitting him at will. Beautiful. Yeah.
So that's like one tactic we took from there. We knew a few. I first started with Uncle Bill Doman in Haile Maile. And he's a Hawai'i boxer, and he put me onto that. But
That's really cool to learn.
much
fast.
respect to the West Side. I know they hold it down.
Yeah. And they're becoming worldwide, man. All their fighters. I'm so bummed Max he didn't get that last one with Dustin though. Shoot, Dustin did look a little bit bigger and faster.
Southpaw.
Yeah, and Dustin, he did rock Max in the first round, I think, but Max took him all the way to the 5th after that. He took him all the way to the end.
He's a G no matter what for just going
He
up a weight
is.
class, because that's serious business. 10 extra pounds of muscle. There's a reason why there's weight classes,
Yeah.
And it's one crucial thing about fighting is knowing your true weight, because you may be able to, like for me, for example, I walk around 55. I have the potential to get down to 35, but if I slack at all, if I'm not disciplined, and I have to dehydrate the weight to 35, I've had shit performances. It has to be done. There can be no
Do you think
mistakes.
Do you think they should have like 130, 140, 150 every 10 pounds?
No, but I think that just like as a fighter, you just have to keep it so real and be so disciplined so that you don't get hurt, because you dehydrate plenty of weight, and then now you're risking like kidney damage. You're risking like like your brain ain't gonna be operating.
Your brain dehydrates.
dehydrated.
Yeah, and then you can't think right, and that's why they said that TJ was weak for the Cejudo fight. Yeah, because he was so dehydrated that
I don't know.
That when he got touched, he went down like too easy. Normally he wouldn't.
I was kind of.
Granted, he had steroids on his side. Yeah,
I was expecting Cejudo to win, honestly.
Yeah.
Dude, Olympic gold medalist in wrestling, gonna be hard for beat that guy.
Yeah. Because no matter what, you always end up.
Because he can just stick. He could just do that alone, and
he can swing like a wild man, and then whenever they clinch, he's taking them down.
It's something like 7 out of 8 of the UFC male champs are wrestling background now, and they don't even have to necessarily beat you up, but they'll just exhaust your ass with a lay and pray style, where make you carry all their weight and grind you up for.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll try to bang in the last round when you're tired, too tired to hold your hands up, but they just exhaust you.
Yeah.
Not even try to attempt a submission or whatever, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But then you get your Kron Gracies coming out, and Jacare.
It is certainly harder to do
he's
that.
He's a jiu-jitsu guy, but he's knocking guys out too, though. So I think the knockout feeling is the go-to that everyone wants.
Yeah.
And then coupled up by a submission.
It's the hype. It's the most devastation. It's the gamble.
It is.
Of
It
your
is that
consciousness.
knockout and then walk away. You know, like Mark Hunt style. Ping! Guy's dropping. He's just walking away.
Right. Right. Every second you stay in that red zone of a single arm's distance away,
Yeah.
where you can get knocked out by any kind of strike.
50-50.
It takes
You
such
take
a
him
high
and he
level
take
of
you.
nerve,
It does.
and you're playing such a kind of crazy game with your consciousness, bro. Every swing you take, they're swinging back, and can go out in a moment's notice, and it's just that risk right there is I think the big rush for most fighters, you know.
Well, I tell you what, that Honolulu fight with Jace Kapoi, oh my God.
Kapua?
Or Kapua or Kapoi, something like Well, Jace Buckshot. We'll just call him Buckshot.
Shot.
But yeah, oh man.
That was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I was watching it in
For
the middle
local
of the
type
night on my
promotions,
phone,
yeah.
me and Leia, and I was cracking up. Fucking Honolulu's he just is a warrior,
He
bro.
is.
They were exhausted.
They went all the way.
They went
man.
all out, bro.
All out.
And that dude Jace is no joke, bro. His combos, his flurries were nuts, bro. I seen him knock out a couple guys, bro.
Yeah, and he's got that
In the past.
scoop that, and he does that fight style like how you said. He change it up. He's southpaw, and then he'll switch it up on you.
Troll, yeah.
Well, his
Step back,
his
switch, and swing.
trainers are Ron June, who's awesome,
Yeah.
and Cooper, Ray Cooper. Huh? So I know Honolulu, he likes Cooper. He like that's his idol. So when he was fighting Jace, he said it was hard because he kept looking over, and every time Cooper would yell out instructions to Jace, he'd be like, "Oh, I can't wait to ask him for a picture." Like he was.
Honolulu's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he is, man. I couldn't believe he broke his jaw in the second round and
Did
then
he really?
beat the guy into submission in the third.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he said, and you can see it on the video, which
I've
is
seen his face was swole.
he got caught with the uppercut. It was a smooth uppercut. Jace caught him a nice slider, man. He just slid right into it. Caught him. Fuck. And I think that would save him because Jace would fall up with a hook to the head. But because Honolulu, as soon as he got hit, I guess his reaction was to just shoot under and grab him. That would save him. But when he shot under and he grabbed him, he took Jace down. Upon going down, Jace slapped him in a triangle. So when he got caught in a triangle, Jace was squeezing on his jaw, and I guess it got cracked already.
Oh.
So he could feel his jaw grinding and popping. He said,
Oh damn! It was from a headlock.
Triangle. Triangle.
Oh shit! With his
Yeah,
legs.
because when he got hit with that uppercut, he shot in.
I
and
thought
when
you
he
meant an arm triangle.
No, he got caught in a triangle.
Oh dang!
And so he felt his jaw popping. He escaped, and then we went into the third round, and that's when. And I didn't know all this until after. I mean, when I went in before the third round, I was telling him, "Hey man, you're getting hit with that number 2. You see him firing that number 2, duck under, take him down." And he looks at me and he's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that now." And I'm like, "Okay, good." He's all, and he goes, he make his mouth like here. "I think I have a broken jaw." and I go, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah,
fucker.
I think my jaw is broken." And I go, I mean, cool as smooth as silk, man. And
He's a tough son of a
he
bitch.
is, man. And then I go, "So what you gonna do, man? You gonna tap? You gonna give up?" He's all, "Hell no. I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna fight." I'm gonna go, "Okay, put this mouthpiece on ya, bite down ya, shoot under that number 2. And finally, how many times he took him down in that last round, man? Like 3-4 times, man. He shot under. Heavy hands. You know what I mean? Jace was throwing for the fences.
Yeah,
And he
looked
shot
like,
on
looked
the.
like Jace gassed a little.
Yeah,
in the
trying to
last
take
one.
him out in the last round. Well, he
That's
got caught
good.
in that crucifix.
I respect fighters like that though, because they try to finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're not trying to. They're not trying to. They're trying to win. You know what I mean?
yeah. Koa Corpus, he was impressive too, man.
He looks smooth too.
Oh man, when he caught that Japanese guy with that flying kick to the dome, he set him up for that. He pushed him for that, right? Because he had him behind his back. He was behind the Japanese guy's back, and then the guy did a elbow, swinging elbow, just when he let him go to push him. But I think he was pushing him to kick him.
He looked brilliant, Cole, that night.
And the guy caught him with the elbow. He just came out. Paw!
On a lose, shit was just funny because it just had it all. Like, there's moments of like excitement where I thought he was gonna finish. Then it was like fear because he got caught. He was like backpedaling, stumbling, spinning around. He was like exposing his back, falling into the cage, eating more shots, and he showed grit. So it was inspiring, like motivating. And he just freaking showed his heart. He just fought it out and get much respect on Honolulu.
Yeah, survived.
His fucking fight had it all out. We were laughing. I almost fucking cried. That shit was awesome.
Well, you know what was awesome was when I first met you too, man.
Oh shit.
And I remember I was sitting there and who was fighting with us? Oh, I think it was Ty and Kavehi. Yeah, I think it was them. No? And I remember I first met you in the bleachers. It was right before we had the fighters meeting. And you're sitting there with Sumiko. And I was like, oh, you guys are fighting? Yeah. Oh, yeah, right on, man. That's good. That's good. And I remember, you looked like a fighter. I remember talking about, oh, yeah, that guy, he looked good, man. That guy, my money's on him. And then I remember seeing your hand. And your hand was freaking, like, it looked like you had a glove on. Without a glove, you know what I mean? And I remember asking you, dude, are you okay? Is your hand broken? You're going to fight with a broken hand? And what was your response?
I had gotten my hand stung up by wasps right before my fight. So my hand was all swollen. And then I was like, I wasn't sure. I was training my boxing like that whole camp, looking for a knockout, training my right hand, right hand setups.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I was taking out the trash and I got chased down by some yellow jackets and I blocked my face and they lit me up on the back of my hand a few times. So my hand was swollen. I couldn't barely even fit it in the glove, so I had to do like a real thin hand wrap. And
no, I'm serious.
was like,
his hand looked like he had a boxing glove on. I'm like, whoa, dude, is your hand broken? And you're like, no, I got attacked by a wasp.
But dude, you know what? My mental was in such a good state that camp because I had scored like a float tank sponsorship, so I was getting all this like bomb ass like float tank meditation going on. Mm-hmm. And I had been envisioning like a knockout, and then when I got in there, even though my hand was bust, I was like, right off the bell, ding! I just was like, bro, I'm just gonna kick him in the head as hard as I can.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I threw up a wheel kick, and it landed. And I landed square on his jaw, and then it didn't knock him out, but he like scared him, and he shot on me, and then I finished with a guillotine, and I was in and out of there like 20 seconds, and the guy was holding his jaw after it was all bust, So
yeah, I remember. You won that. You won that fight.
But I got lucky. It was like dog shit because if I had to box, my hand was so swollen that it just would have been fucked up. Like I probably broke my hand swinging with a numb, swollen hand. So. Yeah, thank God for that one. I got in and out of there.
And another funny incident with you, a funny situation with you, was when we was doing the weigh-ins at the Harley Davidson shop, and you were fighting the guy from the Big Island for the Just Scrap belt, and he went up there and he weighed in, and then you went up to weigh in. And then you decided to take off all your clothes, and then we put up the towel, not realizing that your back was facing the main highway going past. And you took off everything, man. You just took everything off. You stood there on the scale.
I was a pound shy, so I took off my bibbity.
Yeah.
But right before then, JD Penn was like, he tried to hand me a fucking like a Harley Davidson brochure to hold in front of my junk, you know, and it was just enough to hold like. Cover
Yeah. No. And then we're like, no, man. Yeah, that's right. And then we're like, no, we're gonna open up the towel. So we opened up the towel, and then not realizing that behind us was the main highway. Until he took off all his clothes and then you just see people
I just didn't even care.
Look at that.
I was
he didn't
ready
care,
to,
man. He was on the scale.
I was just ready to drink, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some water.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an example of. Like,
but then that guy, your fighter, the guy, your opponent, he ran behind you. Remember? And he went like this, and he blocked his back from the.
They were cool actually.
Yeah, they were cool. That was so
David
funny.
McKinney. That's a cool fucker, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, we had
him and his homie. I was supposed to fight Petey Vital for the, I believe is the last name. Tattoo cholo looking dude, tatted like his whole head and you know everything. Yeah. And me and he, one good scrapper. I see him knock off.
He get a couple belts.
Yeah, he had like all the belts. I think
all the belts
at one point. Yeah. For you know, Hawaii for 45. On the amateurs, and I was supposed to fight him. He got injured, and then his teammate David stepped in.
Yeah,
who was like,
that was an awesome fight too, man.
He's a tall bugger, and yeah, we fought to the end.
That was like on a loose fight. That was back and forth. At one point, and it was funny because I remember him telling us after the fight. Yeah, he was a cool guy. He's like, yo, man, I was thinking to myself, you know, I'm tired. He's tired. There's no way in hell he's going to try and kick my head. And then you throw a roundhouse kick to his head. He's like, oh, shit.
Oh, fucking David McKinney threw me in Kimura. And that was it. Just there. You heard it crack?
Yeah.
That's my elbow, dude.
Elbow.
He had me in one that was so gnarly. And I was like, just fuck it. And I just rolled through it. And I heard it crack when I rolled through. But, I don't know. All I was thinking is I ain't losing in this fight in front of my grandpa again. Fuck that, because I lost a few in War Memorial in the local gymnasium before, but
not to Kimura.
Not.
I know you rolled out of that.
It just wasn't that night. You know what I mean?
So
I just
close.
like not tonight, dog. I just like rolled through, like broke my own arm off, and then you know finished with a flurry. To win.
Yeah.
So it was good.
And then you won. You got the belt. Did they ever ask you to defend that?
No, I don't know. I seen that they just scrapped it, done a few. I don't know if they have had events since then. To be honest, like fighting locally after that fight, that was like maybe my 7th fight. I just was done fighting locals out here in Hawaii. I made it my goal to get us fights in Vegas, and then I did.
Yeah,
actually, we fought once more here for Southside Boxing. Sumiko got a state boxing title, and then we went. I fought our last 2 in Vegas. Yeah. So I just like, cause every time you know 2 local boys fight, one of them is like, you know, one of them is further away from the, you know, the dream of being able to provide, you know.
Wow, that's a good way of looking at it.
So I just freaking...
Yeah, I always hated fighting Maui boys.
Yeah.
I made it a point always, you know, never to fight a Maui boy because...
You get awkward
It's my own backyard. I used to always say, why am I going to crap in my own backyard? I'll crap in my neighbor's backyard.
Yeah, you always get awkward moments with fighters' aunties in the grocery store on the island.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I remember you fought my nephew.
Yeah, you
I
fought
don't
my
know
nephew.
about you, man. And you're like, oh, okay, auntie. Sorry.
And you still gotta show the respect.
Yeah,
it's
you
just
know,
a sport.
So, yeah, plenty awkward moments early on fighting out here. I get it, like you have to be hungry, you know, and it's just business. But I don't know, the business. I thought there was more money involved in MMA before I got into it than there is now that I know kind of what it is. It's like you start off as a pro, like $2,000 a show, $2,000 to win or less. You know what I mean? And you kind of have to negotiate that, wheel and deal that, and what the promoter's gonna hook you up in terms of airfare and room and board. Like, you know, they're gonna fly you in. How early are they gonna fly you in? They're just gonna get you the cheapest flights, early in the morning, late as hell at night, or whatever, you know. And you kind of might have to like negotiate that into their budget, whatever, according to how much people you draw, how big of a crowd you draw. So I thought there was more money than that when I first got in, and I was, because I came up like during, I'm coming from Southside boxing and boxing numbers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which are millions. And boxing is just so much older that MMA, they're the numbers aren't even close to there yet, kind of thing, And I just didn't know what it was. And I wish I stayed with boxing.
They make more.
All these years later, my body is just busted from MMA, dude. I mean, so much lower back and hamstrings, bro. Just getting your ass sprawled on, trying to lift them, just kills your lower back, and just everything, sprinting, everything, it just overloads your hamstrings, gets
your
super
knees.
tight. Knees, every sport, but killer tightness in the hamstrings, low back, and like I said, my elbow joint hurts. I can crack it pretty much at will, like a knuckle. Like, there you go, right there.
Yeah, I heard it.
Ever since David McKinney, I rolled through on that Kimura for that title and popped my shit out. So I don't know what's up with that. Right now, my thumb is broken from grappling with Kendall Grove at INI, and
yeah, Kendall.
And
shout out Kendall.
Kendall KG, freaking, he's snapping everyone's shit off over there. Guaranteed.
When is he fighting again? That's Maui's hero right there.
I believe he's fighting July 22nd. And I legitimately, BJ Penn was big back then too.
Oh, BJ Penn.
BJ Kendall, yeah. Shout out to all the veterans that paved the way for the local boys.
Yes.
Totally inspiring. And me and Sumiko, we got into the sport late because I did like 8 years in the Army, kind of thing. And
so you was with Sumiko while you was in the Army too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we got into it late, but we knew that we had one shot at it. We couldn't go pro early and try to make money early on before we had
more experience.
Yeah, because it was kind of like get as much. We didn't have too much time to get XP, but we knew that we had to get some because we'd only have one shot in the pros. We're too old to have like long careers as pro fighters. Getting into it in your like mid-20s kind of thing. Sumiko's background's in hula and softball, and I came up boxing, and so yeah, we didn't get into it until our 20s. We developed a relationship, body got, started to get out of shape, put on some weight, and then just did like a kickboxing class, and then it just escalated from there. We just were, I guess, our just natural competitiveness. We just kind of ended up going through all the martial arts individually, and then eventually into MMA.
And Sumiko's doing good. She's getting ready to fight Donald Cerrone's promotion. Yeah, what is the name of that promotion?
Cowboy Fights.
Oh, Cowboy Fights. That's what it's called.
So she fights in Virginia, June 1st, for a title and a contract to Invicta, which is the all women's promotion that Rachel Ostovich got into the UFC through.
Yeah, a lot of those girls in UFC
a lot
got
of girls. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
For the girls, I guess. So like the local promotions maybe have a few thousand following, like X1 maybe 10,000 or something like that. Invicta has like 100,000,
Yeah.
Following. So some cool, exciting stuff for Sumiko. She's a few fights before, we can hopefully. The goal is to make it to the UFC, and just to represent Maui, and ourselves and our family and our dojo. So
yeah, well, you guys are doing good, man.
Keep plugging
you guys
away.
Are doing
She's coming
good.
off a knockout. Yep. And a submission victory. So
yeah, Sumiko, she got 2 amateur world titles last year. One, she broke the girl's arm, and the other one, she knocked the girl cleaned out. So yeah, she's on a good track, training hard for this next upcoming fight, and she got you backing her up, and so hey, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, we're gonna looking to collect a few more Annie belts over the summer. I want to do that one. She's gonna fight that one. I'll fight another one. like another state amateur one, and then we want to go back to Tough Enough to Vegas to do another AMI world title for her, then have our pro debut in Invicta. That's the game plan. So we're looking at one more in spring, and then pro debuts in the week. I mean, one more in the fall after this for both of us, and then
Pro
pro
debuts
debut
next year.
in the winter. No, this year.
Oh, this
but
winter.
Yeah.
This winter. Oh, okay.
So.
All right. Well, hey,
That's
that
the
sounds
deal.
like something to.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can't wait to get us on video with you guys.
Well, that's soon.
Then everybody can see.
Soon.
Yep. See the two fighters representing Maui going out there into the world, doing it. Dreams coming true.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right on, man. Well, shucks. We're coming up almost in an hour. 55 minutes.
Thank you,
Quinn?
folks, for having me.
Hey, right on, bro. Hey,
Yeah,
thanks
right
for
on,
coming in,
man.
talking
Yeah,
stories,
shit.
dude.
Yeah,
Talking
man.
about some military stuff. I didn't know that you was. I knew you were in the military, but I didn't realize that you was like in gun battles and.
Dog, my house got shot up in LA when I was 6.
Wow.
So I've like yeah, I've seen my share of like I'm pretty numb.
No, but then
I'm good to
again,
go though.
You got
I
some
don't get
PTSD going on, and you can't
Yeah.
sleep at night. Oh shit.
It affects my sleep some nights, but not every night. And I'd say that I'm pretty like I'm not easily moved now, and that's a good thing too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not just a bad thing.
Well, definitely in the world of fighting, man, you got that focus, you got the that drive, and you got the skill, bro.
Maha.
So yeah, I look forward to your future events coming up, and you and Sumiko doing it big, and like even Honolulu and Ilima doing it together, kicking ass.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. Like cowboy fights.
Yeah,
That's
we gotta
cool.
go Virginia, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I had no desire to go to Virginia, but it's all right.
Yeah.
If it's a
I can't wait to
easy
fight.
slide to UFC.
Oh,
might
yeah,
as
that-
well, man.
Oh yeah, no, doubt.
And
We
Like,
got-
definitely,
no,
he's
that's
connected.
that's a good.
He's the gatekeeper for UFC. So.
Cerrone, that's a good. Pretty legit.
I
out
pretty
there.
much guarantee you, she does good out there. Yeah,
Like you said, the base. 10,000 people here.
yeah,
100,000
over there.
Yeah.
and we don't need to fight. Hawaiians. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
That's-
said.
your local brothers or sisters.
yeah, because I
Not for it.
I want to be like the ruthless savage and but I don't know. I can't. I feel a kind of way about that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like this whole Ray Cooper and Zane Kamaka fighting, they're cousins.
Oh, they're
guess.
fighting each other?
I don't know the exact relation, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
pretty sure they're cousins,
Oh,
and
we're
they're
gonna have to
fighting.
look it up that one.
They're fighting in the PFL. So for Rafe Cepho Pro Fight League,
Wow.
cousins fighting each other.
Wow.
Two Oahu boys.
Why don't they make them fight other people? I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other people in that division.
So from my understanding, Ray Rada Cooper, who is in the PFL, wanted to fight Zane Kamako, who's getting into the PFL, and he asked Ray Cepho for that matchup. And I don't know what the trips is, but like
Like how you said though.
it would like
one of them
You
is
couldn't
not
pay
gonna-
me to fight one of my homies,
Yeah.
let alone my cousin. Cause dude, if you knock him out of the league, then there
That's
goes
one
his,
less Hawaiian.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
goes. Maybe I would meet up with him for the title.
Yeah, later.
Because Ray Cepho's got $1 million on the line. You know what I mean? Then I'll meet him. I'll meet up my cousin
At the end.
at the end.
the
though.
end,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? Not in
yeah.
the beginning.
Not in the
Like,
beginning.
If we both make it there by the grace of God and
Just
everything
snuffle.
else,
Mm-hmm.
then let's go, dog. And
Yeah.
if I win, I'll probably break him off anyways. You know what I mean? If it's my cousin.
Well, of course.
But before then, it seems like a bit of a waste because you get two, top prospects representing Hawaii,
Hawaii,
and it
mhm.
can't hurt to see them both, represent the Aina at the same time, So
Mhm.
whatever. Hopefully they go both uninjured, and And
Yeah, that's the main thing, dude. That's the main
True.
thing.
When is that fight?
Uninjured.
Yeah, hopefully they.
Yeah,
can-
when is that gonna happen?
It's coming up soon.
Coming
Dog.
up
It's in a couple
soon.
weeks.
Wow.
What is it? AFL?
PFL.
I tell you
Pro
what,
Fight League.
I was hoping that Cooper would have won that $1 million purse from that other fight.
Me too.
Same,
I
man.
was rooting for him.
Me
now
too.
I'm going for Zane Kamaka though. I like his. I met him one time. He's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he fought one of our other guys a long time ago, Gonzo. That was for a title too. But yeah, those guys can throw, man.
All right, boys. I don't want to keep it anymore.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Thanks for coming by, dude. And
Mahalo.
once again, PJ Miranda in the house. Right on.
All right, yes, I.
Hey, and you know what? Yeah, we just went over about an hour, so it's time to go. Hey, everybody out there, you can get us on any type of social media, YouTube, subscribe, like, and share. Comment, right, Quinn? Comment. You can get us on iTunes, Facebook, and no Twitter yet?
Yeah, no. Twitter.
What? No Twitter. Oh, man. That's going to be our next quest, is to get our Twitter back. But anyway.
Oh, May 9th. Cooper and Kamaka.
Oh, May 9th.
Dude, I'm
Cooper
watching that.
versus Kamaka.
Dude, I'll pay for it.
Hey,
if you
God
wanna
bless
watch
them
it.
both. I don't have a I like them both, so I don't know, man. Anyway, Loud from Maui. Hey, have a wonderful week. Aloha and a hui ho. Shoots, la dat.